I found out my girlfriend peed in my food whenever she was angry with me. I feel so dirty. I feel so grossed out and betrayed, and I keep hoping that all of this is a freaking nightmare. I threw out any containers of food I had, just because this got me so paranoid. I feel so freaking violated, and I don't know who to tell. My girlfriend, now ex, was a very chill and laid-back person, even in arguments. Well, we were talking about how the submarine goers don't really deserve sympathy, apart from the 19-year-old, rest in peace. Her take was that a life is a life. My take was that there was more and more information coming out about the trip that any sane person would go, "Oh, this is dangerous." Anyway, I thought it was lighthearted because of how she always spoke calmly and even laughed at during some points. Until she just ended it with, "You know what? Don't talk to me." I tried to tell her it doesn't matter, and she kept going, yeah, and basically telling me to shut up. So here I am feeling like crap. I wake up in the middle of the night and she's not in our bed. Whatever, I don't control her, right? And I heard the door of the bathroom open, so I figured she just went to the toilet. I feel gross detailing this out, but I could hear the pee hitting the bowl, but she didn't flush. She opened the door again, and I heard her walking away. So, I was worried and went to check. And this is where my whole life becomes hell. I see her in the living room, with one of the food containers that had some leftovers. Next to her was a glass of, you guessed it, I could distinguish by the horrid yellow color and smell. Of course I saw her pour it in, and I immediately screamed at her, demanding to know what the heck she thinks she's doing. She had those deer caught in headlight looks and flinched, causing her pee to stain the table and her hand. I kept screaming at her, and she started crying, saying she's sorry over and over. I told her I demand an explanation, or she's free to call her mom and leave this instance. Apparently, the reason she's always so calm and happy the morning after arguments where she gets mad is because she does this. She drinks a whole lot of water, and in the night when I sleep, she goes and pours it in food. Apparently, this started with simply pouring it on my belongings. I was disgusted. I screamed at her some more, and I don't even feel guilty that she cried. I told her to get out of my house or I'm calling the police. She tried to beg but eventually left. I sent her a message to get someone to get her stuff, that we're over, and blocked her. I don't even know what to say. I feel violated, disgusted. The fact she knew what she was doing, watched me eat it and never felt guilty, and I just... Edit, thank you all. The love and support I've received from your comments are something that truly helped calm me down. I cannot reply to all of them right now, but to answer some commonly asked questions. Yes, I will still go to the police. I don't know how much they'll believe me, but I'm filing a report against her. I've told my best friend Michael about the whole thing, and my parents, and they're on my side. I still haven't heard from my other mutuals regarding this, and that worries me. I will go to the doctor and have a checkup to make sure that it didn't do any internal damage. I'm sorry to ask this because I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around what the heck I just read. But so the next day when you would eat food, would she just cook herself something else? Or did you ever notice she was eating less than you, or what? Sorry that I'm not replying to everyone. This post has way more attention than I thought. To answer, yes. I didn't really think anything of it, because she'd say she's feeling nauseous and can't handle a heavy meal today. She's the one who felt nauseous. Jesus Christ. This feels like a sick joke, but if this is real, this is actually horrifying. Went so far out of her way to do something absolutely disgusting and potentially dangerous to someone she supposedly cares about. Imagine if this were to go on or even escalate. I'm glad you caught her, but I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry, Opie. What a giant jerk. How do I even explain this to my mutuals? How do I just go, "Oh, we broke up because she pissed in my food whenever she got mad at me, and I only found out recently, so it probably worked"? I don't even know if they'll believe me or call me crazy. I hate this. Oh, I'd be telling them. That kind of psycho is not a good friend. She's disturbed. Seriously, that's some sociopath level foolery. Man, to warn anyone about how she's sick in the head, you have to basically announce you've imbibed her piss. I'ma go kiss my wife and thank every god I can think of that I don't have to date anymore. At least it wasn't poo. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. You handled this better than I would have. Violence is not the only option, but it is an option. Thank you. Dating is hell, but I never expected it to come to this. Thank you for your words. I need them right now. My relationship ended today. Plus update. I, 49 female, have been in a relationship with 49 male that I thought was pretty solid. My partner was in an accident 2 years ago and suffered an incomplete spinal cord injury. We started dating post-accident and I had no reservations about his disability. We had to get creative when it came to intimacy, as he had difficulties finishing due to his injury. But I was open-minded, did a lot of research and willing to experiment. We live in different cities but see each other as often as we can. I was planning to visit him in 5 days, and we were going to talk about me relocating and moving in with him. Today he texted me and said, "I am thinking of going for a massage, but I don't want to do anything you don't want me to do." I was totally blown away and said, "Wow, I don't even know what to say." He replied, "I was basically asking your permission, and if it was a no, then I wouldn't even think about it anymore." I told him that I needed some time to digest what he just shared. Then I asked him how he would feel if I asked to do something similar. And he responded, "You just don't understand. You would have to be in my shoes to understand what it's like not to be able to finish on your own." I reminded him that I have been open to trying anything and everything, and couldn't understand why he wanted to go outside our relationship. We discussed monogamy on several occasions. My previous partner wanted an open relationship, and we agreed that we would only be with each other. I told him that he was essentially saying that I am not enough for him, and he disagreed. I said that the masseuse wasn't some magical unicorn or the only one that knows how to do it, and he couldn't wait 5 days for me to get to town. It then became, "I'm sorry, but I still like some excitement in my life." Like WTF? I told him that he was being incredibly selfish, and the fact that he couldn't see how it hurt me was very telling. He said he was done talking. So basically, he was willing to give up a committed relationship with someone who has so much to offer so that he could pay to get his rocks off at a happy ending massage. I'm thankful that I saw his true colors before I relocated and moved in with him. I'm just incredibly hurt that he couldn't recognize how it would impact me. I will be fine, but I just needed to vent and get it out. I think this guy self-sabotaged the relationship because of his own insecurities about his limitations. Kudos to you for being so open and willing to explore and accommodate your partner to help you both find pleasure. You deserve to find someone who is enthusiastic and eager for you and your intimate rendezvous. Better luck with the next one. This is what I was thinking as well. He told me today that this was the case. I'm not responding to his messages, but he did text that he freaked out because he realized he was falling in love with me. He doesn't deserve you. This is not the type of behavior that you should put up with as an adult. This is literally something a 15-year-old would do. You're making the right choice by no contact. I'm going to eat some ice cream in your honor, Opie. F that dude. Thank you. Enjoy the ice cream. Oh, he's going to regret being such an absolute idiot. It won't change the fact that he's an idiot, however. Dropkick just lost a great thing from the sounds of it. I don't think she will, but I really hope Opie blocks this guy and doesn't even consider taking him back when he comes groveling. Which he will, absolutely no doubt. Good riddance. You deserve so much better, Opie. That bellend doesn't know what he's lost, but he will. Sucks for him. As someone in a wheelchair, this guy has missed out big time. It takes a special kind of person to commit to someone with such complex needs. My partner is my miracle, and this guy just pissed away his own diamond in the rough. He sent me a few messages, but I didn't respond. I am done. I spent the last 6 years of my 25-year marriage extremely unhappy. I would rather be single than settle. Update. He texted me today to say how sorry he was. I told him I accepted his apology, but since he wasn't willing to communicate and discuss it, that there is zero chance of reconciliation. Ironically, there was a job offer in my inbox this morning for a job where he lives. Everything happens for a reason. My 28 female, 29 male husband's best friend, 23 female, is ruining our marriage and driving me insane. I want to preface this by saying that my husband has autism, his best female friend has ADHD, and I suffer from childhood trauma and depression. My husband and I have been married for almost 2 years now, together for 4 years. He met his current best female friend at work, and they've been friends for about 4 months now. She has lived a sheltered life because her family is extremely religious, so they homeschooled her and she didn't go to college. She's still very childish and doesn't know how to be a functioning adult, especially since she still lives at home with her parents, and they control her almost her entire life. My husband felt badly for her because no one in their department can stand her, so he's taken her under his wing and she never leaves his side. I started working at my husband's company 3 months ago in a different department from the two of them, which was when I met her. My husband really wanted the two of us to be friends. So he volunteered me to teach her how to drive as he doesn't have his license, and made us all hang out once if not twice a week, in addition to all of our breaks at work. For the past month, she's also been staying with us 3 to 4 nights a week. Not really a decision I was included in, but instead informed it was happening. On the living room couch bed, so we can drive her to work. Her mother is disabled, and her father has a new job, so he can't drive her most days. So at least 5 days out of the week every week, it's the 3 of us. Then the other 2 days my husband and I are too tired from work and chores. At first, things were mostly fine. Some days she's okay and will be decent towards me. However, 50 to 75% of the time she'll glare at me, talk under her breath in response to something I said or did, interrupt me whenever I try to speak, and actively get in between my husband and me. She's extremely touchy-feely with my husband, which he claims she's like with friends. But she's not like that with me at all, a supposed friend. She also had made promises to my husband prior to her staying over she hasn't kept. She promised she'd wash any utensils or plates she used, and she's done none. That she'd buy her own groceries, she buys cheese and fruit, then complains it's not enough for dinner and eats our food. And that she would just be all around respectful, except she chucks her trash everywhere and has never cleaned any of it up. Neither has my husband, so it's been my job. My husband thinks I'm overreacting and that all of her behavior is innocent. I'm just viewing it through a malicious lens. He says there's no way it's malicious because she tells him how much she likes me and how much she enjoys spending time with both of us, even though she never likes spending with other women. Regardless, sometimes he claims he doesn't see the behavior that happens literally right next to him. Other times, after the fact, he'll say he had noticed how she was acting towards me, but didn't know how to do anything about it, so did nothing. He initially thought a few weeks ago it could have been malicious, but since he's found out she has ADHD and treats other people in their department similarly horribly, he thinks it's just because she's mentally ill and I need to accept it. None of this behavior has ever been directed at him though, and he made sure to tell me he has never had any negative interaction with her. Funnily enough, he said that while we were having an argument about her impact on me, which really hurt. I keep trying to be her friend. I go out of my way whenever I can to get things for her, to help her feel comfortable at our apartment, to listen to her problems and offer advice when I can. I'm doing literally everything I can to be her friend. Some days it's okay and I think we're making progress. And then the next day, I'm treated like I don't even exist, or that my existence is literally the bane of hers. It's killing me. It's driving me insane. It's making me feel self-harming because my apartment doesn't feel like my home anymore. My husband and I fight almost every day. I have to see her all the freaking time, and I'm in a constant state of unbearable stress. I've talked with my husband on how emotionally draining this is and how unwell it's making me, but he doesn't get it. He's continued to try and force us to be friends by making us spend more time together. He continues to say he'll find a way to fix this because he doesn't want to have to choose between us. For the past month, I've had to force myself to be around her just so I can actually spend time with my husband. I've told him how I don't understand why this is such an issue for him. If I had a friend treat him like she's treating me, I wouldn't want them as a friend. I've talked about how I don't understand how a friend he's had for 4 months who treats me like crap is being treated equally to me, his wife, the supposed love of his life. I'm losing my freaking mind and I don't know what to do. How can I get my husband to understand how seriously this is affecting both me and our marriage? He doesn't want to have to choose between us. I'm sorry, he doesn't want to have to choose between his wife and someone he's known for 4 months. I said the same thing out loud when I read that. I'd be done after hearing that. She isn't his priority, and he's cheating emotionally at the very least. I would too. He's shown her who he is now. If my husband told me something I was doing was hurting him that badly and causing his mental health to deteriorate that badly, everything would come to a screeching halt, and I'd do whatever it took to help him get healthy again. This guy heard her say it's making her go to that darker place and said he doesn't want to choose? Does he even like his wife? You 100% have a husband issue. His best friend of 4 months? He's moving her into your house and you have no say? The fact that he's saying he doesn't want to choose between you, his wife of 2 years and partner of 4 years, for his new best friend of 4 months, is so insulting and ridiculous. You need to leave. You allowing this to happen, even if it's unwanted and unintentional, is allowing him to get away with it. Do you have any friends or family you can go stay with? He is literally choosing this person who he's known for 4 months over you and your feelings. Stop being nice to her. Stop being nice to him. Holy cow. I missed that he'd only known this woman 4 months. I assumed it was a lifelong friendship, and I still thought his behavior was wildly inappropriate. Honestly, seems like he is gearing up to leave OP for this woman. Don't be a doormat. Stand up for yourself and make it clear that you don't want her in your home anymore. Trying to be friends with her is a huge waste of your time and mental energy. She's made it clear that she doesn't respect you and is after your man. This is not someone you want to be friends with. She needs to get the heck out of your house and give y'all personal space. If your husband has a problem with that, break up with his sorry bum. Not really a decision I was included in, but instead informed it was happening. And she allowed this to continue? I'd end my husband if he invited anyone to our house without asking me first. One disrespectful word, and this so-called friend should be out the door.